Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sankara. Video number 1406. Today we are once again discussing a case of dowry harassment. Here it stopped with 498A. 498A deals with harassment or cruelty shown towards a woman by husband or his relatives, which is punishable up to 3 years. Please remember, in the last video, we discussed the case of state of MP versus Jogendra, wherein even if the demand for money for construction a house is coming under the dowry. Now here, in this case, we are going to emphasize, the Supreme Court, of course not me, it is emphasized that a woman is responsible for the harassment of the other woman. It's more serious. This is the crux of the case. So, please remember, while dealing with the case of Meera is the mother-in-law. Meera versus state represented by Inspector of Police Thiruvathiyurps, PS, that is Chennai City. In Criminal Appeal number 31/2022, on 11th January 2022, two judges bench, Justice M.R. Shah and Justice Madam B.V. Nagaratna, they clearly held that cruelty by mother-in-law on the daughter-in-law is more serious. In Telugu we call Adadaniki Adade Shatruvu, Atta Okinti Kodale. Right? Meeku andariki telise untayi, but anyway, let us proceed with the case. So, when cruelty, the Supreme Court here clearly observed that when cruelty is shown by one woman against another woman, the offense becomes more serious, and therefore the conviction given to the mother-in-law under 498A is upheld. Of course, due to the old age, it was a little bit reduced. We will come to this thing in the last part of our this video. Now, let us know the facts of the case. So, the mother of the victim, you may be knowing, I should not tell her name. The mother of the victim filed a complaint before the police station alleging that the deceased is husband, deceased mother-in-law, father-in-law, and husband's sister. All of them harassed her for jewellery, due to which she was not able to, the parents, this mother, she was not able to give the jewellery, as a result of which the deceased burnt herself in the in-laws home, same just like Jogendra case, in-laws home, and she was shifted to the hospital, but she died en route, she in the hospital, right? So, a case was registered under section 498A and 306, that is abetment to commit suicide, against 4 persons, right? In this connection, the trial court held the sister-in-law, that is husband's sister, she is not responsible, she was acquitted. The others are convicted, A1 to A3 were convicted. So we are in the matter, then the matter went to the High Court. High Court acquitted all the accused under section 306 IPC, because just like asking, she has got the so-called no stability of mind, therefore she committed suicide. She should have fought, or should have informed the parents who might have come and objected, all these things. High Court has told anyway. So, but High Court found fault or found harassment on the part of the mother-in-law, and therefore she was the conviction of 1 year was upheld. Now the mother-in-law, Meera, she has approached the Honorable Supreme Court of India against the order of conviction by the High Court. Here, the evidence, 16 witnesses, they have categorically stated that the mother-in-law used to abuse the daughter-in-law, and she used to demand for the gold jewellery, and she also stated that she would get him married with another woman, he would have got so much of jewellery like that. And in this connection, the court appreciated the evidence of father and mother of the victim. They stood to the rigorous cross-examination. There were no contradictions in their cross-examination. That means case is proved. So The concurrent findings of the harassment by the trial court and also High Court clearly stated that mother-in-law is responsible for the harassment due to which she committed suicide. Now, Supreme Court observed that when an offense has been committed by a woman against another woman, here woman means mother-in-law against daughter-in-law, it is a very, very serious offense. Then what is the purpose of if the woman, that is appellant Meera, could not protect the daughter-in-law, then definitely she would have become vulnerable and therefore she committed suicide. In this connection, we have to note that the husband was away, he was in Saudi Arabia, right? So here the defense also you have to know. The defense lawyer advocate, he stated that the suicide is due to the domestic quarrel between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. Why? Because the victim or the deceased, she insisted that the husband should not go to Saudi Arabia. He should stay back in Chennai itself. But he has to go to eke out livelihood or to do some job. So therefore, the defense argument is that it does not come under 498A of the Indian Penal Code. She has not the mental balance or mental stability. Therefore, she committed suicide. But Honorable Supreme Court, even the High Court also did not agree. So the woman should not harass another woman. If that is the case, definitely it is a more serious offense. Therefore, the Honorable Supreme Court of India confirmed the sentence given to the appellant, that is Meera, for 1 year. Of course, because now she is aged about 70 years or so. Keeping her age into account, taking her account, this 1 year was reduced as 3 months rigorous imprisonment. Since she is on bail, she was directed to surrender before the court immediately, and thus the appeal is partly allowed. The important point to conclude, I want to tell you, the important point is the Supreme Court noted that when an offense has been committed by a woman against another woman, it is very, very serious under Section 498A. We all know, in practice, normally we know mother-in-law is the first woman who will harass the daughter-in-law. Of course, anyway, it is a Supreme Court judgment we have to follow. That's all. Thank you very much.